Question number 5, Nikki Kaye.
Mr Speaker, question to the Minister of Health. What progress have district health boards made towards shorter stays in emergency departments for patients?
Mr Speaker, the latest quarterly health targets to be released shortly will show that a record 92% of emergency department patients were admitted, treated or discharged within the 6-hour target. This compares with the endless stories of patients languishing in hospital corridors for days on end only a few short years ago. For example, 2 years ago, Auckland DHB was at 70% and is now at 95% of the target. The average time for a patient to get a bed at the Auckland Emergency Department into the ward has dropped from an average of 7 hours and 48 minutes to 1 hour and 18 minutes. Congratulations to the team at the Auckland District Health Board.
Nikki Kaye.
Supplementary question to the Minister. What benefits do shorter waiting times have for patients in hospitals?
The Honourable Tony Ryle.
Well, Mr Speaker, how long patients wait in an emergency department has a direct impact on the outcome of their care and their recovery. And hospitals around the country are being innovative in how they make waiting time shorter. The Canterbury District Health Board, for example, met the 95% target despite losing 100 beds as a result of the earthquake and the ongoing challenges they face. And, for example, a minor injuries clinic at Hutt Hospital has freed up emergency departments for more serious conditions. This is in stark contrast to just 3 years ago when patients waited to be seen for days and days and days.
Question number 6. Grant Robertson, I beg your pardon, supplementary question.
Can the Minister confirm that the criteria for his 6-hour target was met when Chris Kennedy from Timaru waited for 6 hours at the Timaru Emergency Department, was seen by a nurse who took his temperature and then left? And if so, does he think that might make his target somewhat meaningless?
The Honourable Tony Ryle.
Mr Speaker, I would have to check the veracity of that claim.
Point of order. A point of order has been called. Now look, I just ask members, please. The House is getting very messy. Grant Robertson, point of order.
Speaker, I could clarify that. I think if I could seek the leave of the House to table, and I know this is unusual, to table the article from the Timaru Herald of the 10th of August, which outlines the case I raised in my question.
Well, order. Leave is sought to table this document. I don't normally allow tabling from newspapers, but the Minister in answering said he'd need to check the veracity, and so I'll put it to the House. Leave is sought to table that document. Is there any objection? There is objection. The Honourable Tony Ryle.
Mr Speaker, I would have to check that because I recall the member only a few weeks ago tabled letters saying that it showed people had been cut from waiting lists, when in fact researching the cases showed they were never even on a waiting list.
Order. Grant Robertson, supplementary question.
Mr Speaker, no, it's a point of order, Mr Speaker. You allowed me to table the document because of the Minister's answer. I do wonder what is available to members when, having done that, the claim that is repeated by the Minister, which is what he did. I don't know what members on this side of the House can do when ministers repeat something that's actually out of order to question the word of another member. And it's also out of order to interject.
Order, no. Now look, let me just warn members. It's just possible the House may go into urgency. A member thrown out may be out of this House for a long time this week. And so I just suggest to members they think about it and behave a little. Grant Robertson's raised a point of order, and my only advice that I could offer the member is it is possible to think of a supplementary question that would tie the Minister down, could tie the Minister down, and that is the way, in my view, to deal with that situation. But I acknowledge the frustration. Order, I'm on my feet, but it does. As Speaker, I can't be held responsible if there are not sufficient supplementaries, but that is the way I deal with that situation. But I don't blame the member for feeling frustrated.